Yo, what's up guys? It's Yellowfin, and I am going to be counting down my top 10 most wanted cars from the new update. So also keep this in mind, it probably would have been like 10 Imprezas if I didn't try to also make it diverse with like all the brands and including all the cars from all the brands. But yeah, I basically just tried to make it like as diverse as I possibly could with like including all the brands instead of having it be like 10 Imprezas or like 10 legendaries or something. So this is basically my 10 most wanted cars from the new Japan Pro Tour update, like with all the brands and like with all the stuff, or like with my opinions or like that I've seen and stuff and that just I like. So basically just my 10 most wanted cars that are non-prize cars that I basically want to pull in the pack and I'd be really happy about. So number 10 is the Suzuki Cappuccino. I didn't really know what to pick for number 10, so I picked it because it has the name of a coffee and it was an initial D once. So that's basically why I picked it. I couldn't really think of another number 10, so I'm like, wait a minute, this car is here, I'll pick it. So yeah, that's number 10. It's just named after a coffee. It was an initial D once, so that's basically my pick for that. Next up, we have is the Nissan. It is the RQ49. You've already probably known it if you have joined the update. It is the Nissan Silvia Spec R S15. So this actually looks like a pretty solid super rare. Like looking at the stats of the 350Z, it's pretty mediocre. So yeah, it's not too bad, and I like the way the car looks. I like the Silvia, I like the S15. Even though it is a bit newer, I do like the S13 more, but the S15 isn't too bad. So I'd be pretty happy to get in my garage, which is why it is in the number 9 spot. Now, number 8 is going to be another GTR. Well, actually, it's not another GTR, but it is a Nissan. It is the Nissan GTR R35. Now, the reason I picked the R35 as my number 8 spot is because I basically pulled this GTR today. Well, I guess today of when I'm recording this. It'll be yesterday when I post this video. But I basically just want to have 2 GTRs because that would be pretty cool. And then my next one I'd want is the GTR R35. Even though there are better ones like the Track Edition or the Egoist, I'm not sure how to say that, but the Skyline also was a close behind, but I decided to go with the R35 because it's red, and I like the photo more. I like the way it looks. It doesn't have a plain white background or hutch crap, but so I just decided to pick this one. I don't know. The R35 probably wouldn't be in the number 8 spot if I wouldn't have pulled that GTR, but since I did pull that GTR, it'd be pretty cool to be running 2 GTRs at the same time, especially 2 that look pretty darn close to similar, so that would be pretty funny. Next up is the, let me see if I can find the right brand. I think it is also a Nissan, but I could probably be wrong because I just basically threw this video together. It is the, yes, I did pick the right brand. Let's go. It is the Nissan 280Z. So the thing is, I picked the Nissan 280Z because it is close to the car in Wangan Midnight, which is that street racing anime with the cars and they drive down the highway very fast. And there is a blue one, which is actually a different type of Z. It's a Devil Z, which is the, I can't remember now. Okay, so after doing a quick look up, the Z is the S30Z, which is the one in the anime. So, or at least that's what it's called in the anime. I'm pretty sure it has a different name as well. But I know it's not the 280Z, but it looks close to the 280Z, which is why I put it in the number 7 spot. That's why it's not higher up. If it was the actual car from the anime, then I'd probably have it higher up. Next up, in the number 6 spot now, that was pretty funny, I just couldn't remember it. I didn't write that in my notes. I do have a notepad with the stuff written down of like what I have it ordered in, but I didn't have that on the notepad. I did forget about that. So number 6 now is the best Subaru, the WRX STI S209 VAF. So it's not actually probably like the best Subaru. There's probably better ones I just don't know of yet, or that we don't know of yet. Maybe it is the best. It's just the highest RQ one, and I like the way it looks. So that's why it's in the number 6 spot, because I don't have like a crazy connection to it or anything. I just really want it, and I'm just an Impreza fan. So that's why it's in the number 6 spot. Number 5 spot is now the, oops, wrong button, back into Nissan again. So yeah, probably expecting it to be a bunch of super rares, but no, we're actually back in Nissan, which is another anime car, the Nissan Silvia J. So it's not the right car again, because it is, there it is, the car from Initial D, Iketani's Nissan Silvia S13, except his S13 is a Silvia K, this one is the Silvia J, but I mean, it's not fast, but it has a similar paint scheme, and it's basically close enough, it's just not the Silvia K, which is why I have it here then in the number 5 spot. If it was probably the actual car, then I'd probably have it a bit higher if it was a Sylvia K S13, but it's close enough to Ikutani's car, so that's why I have it in the number 5 spot. Now, my number 4 spot, I'm pretty sure it's also a Nissan. Yeah, I didn't really realize I put so many Nissans then. Wait. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. The Nissan Silvia 200SX Group A S12. So, it's a rally car. If you watch my reaction video, I was really happy about seeing this car. I really want to get it because I like my rally cars, and it doesn't seem to have too bad of stats. So, this will be a pretty nice one to have in my garage, which is why it is in the number 4 spot. Now, the number 3 spot will probably be pretty surprising to you guys. It's an Infiniti. But it's not this one. Or, well, I guess I said non-prize cars. So, maybe, or I guess this one. Or this one. Or if I liked a generic sedan. Or maybe one of the ones with a cool photo. Or this one that looks like a sleeper. Nope. We're down more. It is the Infiniti i30 A32. Oh, I have the hiccups. That's not good. So, the reason that I picked this one is because it's basically my grandma's junker ride. But that's the same reason why the Ford F-150 was my most wanted car in the last new update when it came out. The rear-wheel drive F-150, that's an RQ-37, was my most wanted from American Frontier because it was my dad's car. Now this car is in 3rd place because it's my grandma's junker, and that's why I have it in 3rd. Because it would be pretty funny to have this car. I was not expecting this car to actually be added into the game. I didn't realize it was in the game until an hour earlier. And I'm like, wait a minute, this looks a lot like my grandma's junker car. And then it was. So that was really silly. I thought that was pretty funny. So I'm definitely going to keep one of those and max it out. Because I was not expecting that car of all the cars to be added when it was Infiniti. So, yeah, that's number 3 then. Which you guys probably definitely weren't expecting. Now, number 2 is actually we're in the Subaru area now. We are back to Subaru, and it is the I gotta find it right there. The Subaru Impreza WRX GDG. So basically, this is 2nd place. But now I really like this car. Really like the photos. I really like the photo it has. Not photos. It's a singular photo, but I really like the photo it has, and I do like the 06 Subaru. But now, why is it in the number 2 spot? Well, it's because they added a better Subaru. This one right here, the Subaru Impreza WRX GDF 2005. It's basically the Subaru from the movie Baby Driver. Probably isn't the exact Subaru, but it looks pretty darn close to it with the hood scoop, the red paint scheme, the same front end, the WRX package, and 1 year off being 2005. I'm pretty sure the one in the movie was a 2006, but it's pretty close. And that is one of my favorite actually, that is my favorite movie. That's my favorite movie. And this is pretty much the closest in-game to what the car is in the movie. So that's why it is in my number 1 spot. Because it is basically the Baby Driver Subaru. Which is why I want it a lot. And that's why I want it in my number 1 spot. I keep on getting messed up with my words right now. But yeah, that's why it's in my number 1 spot for most wanted cars for this new update. Is the Subaru Impreza WRX GDF. So if I get this one, I'm going to be very happy. I'm gonna definitely max it out. Probably max it out like right once I get it. Like I'll just pause all projects and work on that one because I'm totally gonna have this maxed out. This is definitely not getting fused. Probably none of the cars on this list will be getting fused. I'll definitely have all these maxed out if I do get them. And so then, well, probably not the legendary GTR. I probably won't max out that, but I'll be very happy with that. But yeah, so this is why it's in my number 1 spot. So a lot of the cars in this one were more influenced by movies that I've seen him in, or animes that I've seen him in, or again another one which is one that's owned in my family, which is pretty funny that we have 2 times with it now. So that's basically the theme that sort of went along with this update then, is with American one, it was more just like American cars that I like a lot, because I know a lot more about American cars, and I like American cars. Well, actually, I wouldn't say I mean, I kind of do like American cars more than Japanese cars. I have a lot more American cars that I like, and I like the American car culture more than Japanese car culture. There we go. But I do like a lot of Japanese cars as well. It's probably like in 2nd. Probably tied with German cars, actually. I'm not really sure if I like Japanese or German cars better. It's just I have a much better German collection in this game, which is why I like to collect German cars as well, which has probably influenced my liking for German cars a lot because of this game. So, yeah, I've stayed on the Subaru for a while, so that's probably why the screen went dark. I'm not sure if it actually picks that up on screen recording, though. That would be pretty interesting to see. So that's basically why then a lot of my cars here are from shows I like. or then I guess off-roaders too, or just cars I like in general, like the red GTRs, basically because I pulled that new GTR. So it's a pretty interesting choice. Let me know what your guys' most wanted car or favorite car from the new update is, because that would be pretty interesting to see. So comment it down below, I guess. I'll do the YouTuber thing. Comment your guys' most wanted car that you want, or you can comment all 10. Maybe you can make a list of 10. That would be pretty cool. Or, I mean, you don't really have to, but, I mean, if you want to, I'll give your comment a heart. So, yeah, basically, that's it, I guess. Don't really have anything more to add. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this type of content, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that cool stuff. I'm Yellowfin. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.